Hey, this is Gerald Brents back with the Mike Hughes show. And Coach Hughes, you came off a big win against Arlington Martin. Then you had a bye week early in the season. What'd you do last week?
Well, when the realignment came out, we were at the realignment meeting. You start scrambling for games, and so it just worked out where we had to take week one off, and we focused on our lifting, conditioning. Some of our guys healed up, and we went out and had some team periods and worked on South Garland somewhat, but mainly the focus was on the weightlifting and the conditioning.
You had a chance, to get out and watch some other teams around the area play, I'm sure, this past weekend, and but now it's time to get ready for the South Garland Colonels.
South Garland, we went over and watched South Garland and Arlington Martin play, and I tell you, South Garland has a really good, strong team. Tremendous speed on defense. They're old school on offense. You're going to line up with two tight ends and a flanker, run a G-toss, run the power, going to run right at you, run the trap. They hit Arlington Martin on the trap a couple of times. Tremendous team speed.
When you get early in the season like this, you're trying to play as many young players as you possibly can and trying to get a feel for the district. But how do you handle that? Trying to keep the competition going, but at the same time you're trying to win the game.
Well, one of the things that we do have this year is some depth, especially on the offensive line. And anytime you have the depth, you do have the competition. It makes everybody better. We're trying to win games, make no mistake about it, but we're trying to develop our young players and bring them along. And I tell you, I was really pleased with our young players the other night, and I know they're just going to get better every week and every practice.
What do you think, what's part of your team right now you're really excited about, where you get some really strong young players?
Well, if you watch the Arlington Martin game, I'm excited about our defense. I thought it was the best defensive game that we've played in a long time. We were rallying to the ball, playing tremendous technique, and we were able to hold that running back from Arlington Martin to 84 yards. So right now, I'm excited about our defense. And anytime you play defense like that, you have a chance to be successful.
And the quarterback situation going in, Adam Smith had a little bit of an injury, and how's that all fallen?
Well, Carson banged his shoulder up a little bit. He's been healing up. He was out of practice yesterday, limited practice, and Nicky Glogow's been getting the reps with the first offense, and so we're excited to see what Nicky will do this week. And Carson, it's going to be a game time decision whether he plays or not, but Nicky Glogow is the backup, tremendous leader, knows our offense, and I'm excited to see Nicky in there and see what he can do.
Okay. Well, just to get off a little bit, something a little different, it was fun watching Jackson Jeffcoats this weekend and play for Texas. Andrew Mack had a great game out there at UNLV. And tell us about some of the other guys. What's going on with some of your older players?
I tell you, Jackson, tremendous player. And anytime you can go from high school, be a true freshman and play at that level, it's outstanding. He had some key plays in that game. Andrew Mack playing at UNLV, tremendous offensive lineman. We've got some other guys playing. Sean Sweeney at Austin College. Jonathan Hodge is a deep snapper at Austin College. And we've got some guys that are playing on Saturday now. And so it's a tribute to our program. And they represent Plano West in a way that we want them to. So we're working on Saturdays. We flip the TV on a little bit and watch those guys play, but mainly our focus this Saturday was on South Garland.
And it kind of helps get your blood running too, to watch those college games, and especially to see one of your old players up there on national television. That's a pretty big thrill, isn't it?
Well, it's exciting. We love it when the guys come back and see us, and then we also love it when we can flip on that TV and see some of our guys playing and representing Plano West and representing the college where they're playing.
We all weekend long saw Plano ISD players playing on all the national telecasts, and we have one game coming up this year with Nebraska and Texas when all three schools will be represented. Of course, Keenan Robinson, starting linebacker from Plano East, Rex Burkhead from Plano, and Jackson Jeffcoats from Plano West, all being the same game. So again, a lot of people take it for granted a little bit sometimes, the extremely high level of play in this area.
I tell you, all three of those guys that you mentioned, tremendous players, but more importantly, they're tremendous people. The way they represented their high schools and now what they're doing at their college, just outstanding character, and represent PISD in a way that we want them to represent us in their school.
Okay, so Friday night at Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland, the Plano West Wolves will take on the South Garland Colonels. We'll see you next week.